back when it gets down to exactly who has the power within that form of government. And we're moving towards it very rapidly. That's exactly where Obama is taking us.
In fact, the University of Hawaii breaks down democide. 262 million people in the 20th century, non-military combatants killed by governments, 70+% of it by communists, the rest by Hitler and some other dictators. But communists killed 70+% of 262 million people. That's almost the entire population of the United States. And people like to get scared of great white sharks. They kill 5 people a year. Yep. Why not be scared of the giant democide train of socialism, collectivism coming with all these well-meaning, progressive, grassroots people having no idea what they're doing? We'll be back with Dr. Michael Kaufman and talk about, is there a way to stop this nightmare situation? I'm Alex Jones, Infowars.com. Stay with us. After consulting top doctors, nutritionists, pharmacists, and others, we have developed what I believe is the ultimate non-GMO organic Super Male Vitality formula. Super Male Vitality by InfoWars Life is so powerful that I only take half the recommended dose.
I jump out of bed ready to fight these criminals every day. I look forward to waking up and taking my Super Male Vitality.
Visit InfoWarsLife.com today to secure your Super Male Vitality and other powerful products from InfoWars Life.
The government's Department of Homeland Security is buying up loads of ammo. At the same time, they're restricting civilians' rights to own and purchase firearms. Can you put 2 and 2 together? Infidel Body Armor can stop every round, including hollow points and .308 sniper rounds, is reasonably priced and fully legal. But for how long? Go to InfidelBodyArmor.com, spelled INFIDEL bodyarmor.com. Infidel Body Armor. Just won't quit.
Another major health threat, this one in Toledo, Ohio, where everybody in the entire city has been told not to drink the water.
Ohio's governor declaring a state of emergency.
Did you know that the average person uses about 80 to 100 gallons of water at home every single day? If there's a water emergency, will you be prepared?
Panicked residents forming long lines throughout the day.
We're here at a supermarket in Toledo. You can see the shelves empty where water once was.
To stay safe and healthy during a crisis, you must have access to safe, clean water. Water which will not be available at your local grocery store.
There's a mad dash on right now to stock up on supplies.
The ProPure Pro 1 G2.0 water filtration system is a must-have for every modern, independently minded household. Protect your family's safety during an emergency. Go to InfoWarsStore.com today to purchase your ProPure Pro 1 G2.0 water filtration system or call 1-888-253-3139.
I began to get into iodine a few years ago because it was helping me and my family so much get healthy and detoxify. Most people know that iodine deficiency has been a crisis around the world. Iodine is key to so many of the body's functions, especially the thyroid. I discovered a product being developed by Dr. Group. You now know it as Survival Shield True Nascent Iodine that your body can really absorb. Then, about a year ago, he said, listen, if you think this is powerful, I'm going to come out with rare earth, deep earth crystals. And the results that I personally have had have been life-changing. Nobody else has got iodine based on these pure crystals, ladies and gentlemen. This is innovating, and the best part is it helps fund Infowars.com, the radio show, the TV show, the whole media operation promoting true libertarian ideas. For a limited time, experience the ancient power of Survival Shield X2. Take advantage of this unprecedented 30% off super detox special at InfoWarsLife.com.
General, what do you think about the FBI saying that there's a terror alert on Monday about a potential Fort Hood situation?
The police are shoving people, shoving Alex, shoving the crowd.
Here we go, folks. I'm being assaulted.
Whether it's the radio show, the news websites, documentary films, or the nightly news, InfoWars is the tip of the spear.
Is this another false flag stage attack to take our civil liberties and put more homeland security while sticking the hands down on the pants on the streets?
It's up to us to set brush fires in the minds of men and women everywhere. And that's what PrisonPlanet.tv is designed to do.
You watch, the Assad regime is going to be blamed or accused of using chemical weapons against the so-called rebels.
What we see now is a war against reality. It's a war against the truth.
It's more vital than ever that supporters of freedom become members of PrisonPlanet.tv and share their membership with up to 11 friends and family. Visit InfoWarsNews.com today. Become a member, share your membership, and help take the InfoWar to the next level.
Coast to coast, direct from Austin. You're listening to the Alex Jones Broadcasting Network.
From deep in the heart of FEMA Region 6, Austin, Texas, transmitting worldwide, it's Alex Jones.
That's right, folks. Coming to you from the former United States. We're occupied just like the Vichy French, who sold out to the Nazis. We really are occupied by this corporate monopoly capitalist system that uses socialism to control the grassroots, or oligarchical collectivism. You go back to the Jacobins in France and the French Revolution, they were criminal plunderers who wrote up the plan to carry this out, and that's what Dr. Michael Kaufman is an expert on. The writings and government documents he's dug up. It's in Endgame 2.0 that was released only to PrisonPlanet.tv. It's there today. All the documents about how they would promote homosexuality to end the family and to break down society. It's not that I'm against, quote, gay people, or that I want to go hurt them or something. It's that, and that there's been people like that forever. It's that the government is confusing genders on purpose. It is a program. And that's just one example. There's so many that he covers in Endgame 2.0 that people should go watch at PrisonPlanet.tv. Dr. Michael Kaufman, we got about 10 minutes in this segment. I want to speak some about what you were just getting into, and then specifically about Obama saying he'll sign on to a treaty without Congress, which is just unprecedented. But I talk about statistically, honeybees, kill 200 people a year, but people aren't really afraid of them. But great white sharks kill 5 people a year. Worldwide, it's a couple hundred honeybees. People get killed by those every year here in the U.S. alone. But then you got something like government. What is it, 10,000 more people drowned a year or something? But you don't see TSA out there with checkpoints to get in the lake. But it kills a lot more than terrorists do. My point is, media decides what to hype up and what to be afraid of. And statistically, government is the #1 unnatural form of death. And it's collectivist governments that do it. Free market ones just pour out money and success and upward mobility and freedom. The problem is then those societies become decadent, and government by conquest, government by corruption ends up setting in. How do you educate a youth about this? How do you stop a political class that just wants to expand their empire? How do you reverse this? Because more and more you can see they're not going to stop, and they also hate anyone that's free market and anyone who's self-made. There's also an instinct of these collectivists to not just take over, but to then persecute those of us that are producers, which then always hastens the collapse as well. This is just like some type of mental illness. Dr. Michael Kaufman.
It is. In fact, psychiatrists have done studies on this for over 100 years and have come to that very conclusion. It's a psychological or pathological problem. They cannot connect reality. They live in their own dream world, and as a consequence, the policies that they formulate are totally wrong. It's based on emotion, not rationale. Now, we need emotion in our lives. I'm not saying that. But you've got to make a decision first on reason and then temper it with emotion. And all they do is do emotion. They don't care about reason. It could be outer space, and they're disconnected from reality in total. This is what the studies have shown over 100 years now. Now, how do we change this? Because they have penetrated our public school systems, our Congress, it doesn't matter what major institutions, they basically have taken over those institutions in this country almost totally now. Not quite, but almost totally. With Common Core, they're going to take over the education system totally. And what we're seeing, of course, we have a lot of grassroots out there that are fighting this and gradually beating back Common Core. And I think by this time next year, we're going to be pleasantly pretty pleased because these people, I've done some in Common Core, but I have to admit, these people really, really have been effective in exposing the underbelly of Common Core and how bad it truly is. And hopefully, by that process, we will be able to gradually take back our educational system. There have been textbooks that have been rejected now because of revisionism and so forth of history. And if we can begin to start training our kids while they're in elementary school and then while they're in college and so forth to the true foundational principles of a good liberal education, then I think we can begin to take it. But it's going to take decades to do that. We have a problem right now. Can we even survive the next 2 years of Obama? That's the question. And the only way that I can see that we could perhaps stop this is if we elected people in Congress, in the Senate, state legislatures, all the way down to your local level that have some degree of reason behind them. They're not often this pie and sky stuff that progressives really get involved in. And I don't see that happening, because they have such a huge propaganda machine. However, programs like you and others around the country and so forth are gradually making people aware of how bad this is. It's just a matter of timing. Can we do it, especially by the 2016 election?
Well, it's like Michael Savage has properly said, and I know he's researched, but there are major psychological studies on the mind of communists or socialists, and they really are mentally ill.
They are.
That is the camp follower, though. The higher-up ones know it's just a program of criminality. Our biggest problem is the Republican leadership is bought and sold by the very same corporate interests that are using collectivism as a model. Where is Boehner on Obama about to sign executive orders to legalize all the illegals? Where is Boehner? Where are all these people on Obama saying he'll just sign an order carbon taxing everybody? And the DOT is coming out saying, oh, yeah, there's little tracker boxes in your car. We're going to start taxing you. I mean, everything we warned people about in Endgame, you talk about that in the film, is now here. And so they've gone from denial to just doing it. Why do you think they're doing that? Is it because they're behind schedule or they just don't care? I mean, used to they would try to cover this stuff up. Now they just do it.
One of the things that I'm very concerned about, Alex, and I know you are too, is that they're getting very close to the point where they're pulling the plug. And there's going to be, well, obviously, we are economically bankrupt in this country as it is right now. It would take very little to put us in a real tailspin. And I think that's what they're planning on doing. And they don't care anymore. They literally don't care. We see a president that just doesn't care. He'll go off golfing when the world is burning around him because he knows everything is going to come crashing down.
Shutting down a third of the coal power plants, doubling energy prices will put us into a total depression. And they know it. Cloward and Piven, you're right. They are going to wreck us. They're committed. They're doing it.
They're doing it right now. And you have Europe as the classic example why green energy does not work. It's destroying Europe right now. And the socialists here in this country, the socialists still in Europe, they don't care. They still want to do the same program. They're convinced that green energy is going to work. I don't know how they're going to do it, wave a magic wand or whatever, because it never could work. I mean, we forecast way in advance of them actually doing it, that it would never work. Wow. You cannot do it.
Listen, Dr. Kaufman, we're out of time. Come back for a full hour on the weekday show soon. EPI-US.com. Dr. Michael Kaufman, Environmental Perspectives, Inc., President. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
That's an amazing American right there. He's made a lot of big changes in the fight against the tyrants. One man can make a difference, and so can you.
Open your eyes. It's time to give your eyes a powerful nutritional boost. Sight is the primary input to the brain, arguably making eyesight the most important sense we have. And just like the other important organs in our bodies, our eyes function at peak levels when they are fed the proper amounts of essential nutrition. Open your eyes. Combining key ingredients like vitamin A, zinc, lutein, proprietary saffron bulb extracts, and more, OcuPower by InfoWars Life is a new formulation specifically designed to nutritionally assist the natural function of healthy eyes. Optimize the natural power of your eyes with the latest addition to the super high-quality InfoWars Life formulations, OcuPower. Go to InfoWarsLife.com or InfoWarsStore.com to order OcuPower. Or call 1-888-253-3139.